speech by Abraham Lincoln, delivered to America in 2025. My beloved countrymen, in the darkest hours of my presidency, our union trembled on the brink of collapse. We faced a house divided, torn by hatred, ignorance, and greed. Yet through courage and resolve, we sought not merely to preserve, but to rebuild a nation founded upon liberty and equality. I come to you now, as a voice from the past, to illuminate the shadows of your present, and to remind you of the sacred charge entrusted to each generation of Americans. I behold a nation torn asunder, not by necessity, but by choice. Men and women, whose toil sustains your prosperity, are cast as villains. These immigrants, documented or not, are not the enemies of your republic. They are the builders of its foundations, the hands that till your soil, raise your homes, and carry forward the promise of progress. Yet, while these noble laborers are persecuted, others who claim the mantle of patriotism seek to rend this nation apart. To those who stormed your capital on January 6th, let me speak plainly. You are not patriots. A patriot does not seek to overthrow the temple of democracy. A patriot labors to strengthen its pillars. A patriot does not divide. A patriot unites. To call such actions patriotic is to insult the memory of those who gave their lives to preserve this union. In my time, I assembled a cabinet composed not of sycophants, but of rivals, men who challenged me, sharpened me, and helped me lead a divided nation toward reconciliation. Leadership is not born of vanity or idol worship, but of humility and service. True leadership reaches across the aisle and rises above self-interest to serve the common good. To surround oneself with flatterers and elites is to construct a government unworthy of the people it serves. I warned in my day that labor is prior to and independent of capital. Capital is only the fruit of labor and could never have existed if labor had not first existed. Yet I see now a nation where labor is exploited, where prisons and detention centers enrich the few while incarcerating the many who sustain the very lifeblood of your economy. Such practices are an abomination against the principles of justice and equality for which this nation stands. Mr. Trump and those who exalt him, hear me well. The mandate of leadership is not to divide, not to profit from chaos, and not to idolize one man above the principles of democracy. A house divided against itself cannot stand, and a nation that worships power and wealth over labor and justice is doomed to crumble. America was not built by those who dwell in gilded halls, but by those who labor in fields, factories, and workshops. Immigrants and workers are the true architects of this republic. They deserve not your scorn, but your gratitude. For every wall they raise, every crop they harvest, every stone they lay, they are building the enduring strength of this nation. Let us not squander what so many have labored to create. Let us remember that the greatness of America lies not in the oppression of the weak, but in the uplifting of the many. Reject the idolization of power and wealth, and stand instead with those who labor, for they are the soul of this union. Your nation is not on the brink of a civil war. It has lived in one for decades, a war not of muskets and bayonets, but of values, of greed against generosity, of division against unity. This war will not be won by further discord, but by the courage to reconcile, to rebuild, and to honor the labor that sustains us all. May this union endure not as a monument to wealth or power, but as a beacon of justice and equality. May you find within yourselves the strength to end this war of values and to restore America to its rightful promise. Thank you, and may Providence guide you in the days to come.